Hello, so a good while ago I did a run that just wasn't very good and I uploaded anyways. It was right here. Actually, this was posted only a few days ago, but it was done like a week or something ago when it was recorded. But anyways, I decided we're going to fix this up again and I'm going to try my best. It honestly, specifically for this map, isn't the best of strategies to use, but I still think we can get it to work. So it's time to fix up a whole lot of the issues. And I'm also going to be trying a few very weird and unique things that maybe are good. I don't really know, perhaps not. We'll just see. So I'm going to be starting off pretty simple. In the first run, I thought I could get away with a lot of these early game towers, but when using Pat Fusty on Ouch, your early game kind of just sucks. So I wasn't going to deal with any of that. I wasn't going to try to cut any like ninja cross paths or whatever. So I just get the two double shots with cal drops. I get two 110 or 100 snipers and just make sure there's no issues there. So that's all pretty simple. I do the same thing where I maelstrom around 40 because I don't really care about doing much of anything, and then I try to go into the super monkey and all. So I'll come back in a little bit for that too. So the first big thing that I'm obviously fixing up is going to be the villages. I'm going to have a 022 and a 402 village. In the meantime, it's just going to be 202. So we get camo detection, no issues at all, and I don't have to spend stupid money on like round 95 to deal with stupid things. So we just put that down there. And also what I'm doing here is I'm placing the super monkey way lower. So on close targeting, the super monkey will target the lanes that are important to target, not the lanes that Pat Fusty and the Super Maelstrom are going to be taken care of. So basically the Super Maelstrom will be able to completely obliterate half of the stuff that's going to be on the first horizontal lane. No, yeah, the top horizontal lane and the first vertical lane. I got them mixed up there too. So basically all that's going to be destroyed by Pat Fusty and the Super Maelstrom alone. But the other half, so the second vertical lane and the bottom horizontal lane, are going to get a little bit of damage if all of the abilities are up from the Super Maelstrom, but not a lot because they're very, very far away. And the farther away, the Super Maelstrom becomes significantly less effective. So by the time it gets to that other lane, it's not really going to be doing a whole lot of damage. So I'm going to have close targeting on the second arm of the Robo, be able to target one of those. Before it was higher up, so it was getting Pat Roar, but it wasn't attacking the right stuff. So even though I'm getting less damage, like actually significantly less damage from not having Pat Roar, it's still going to be more effective because the arm is going to be hitting something that actually is important to where before it was doing more damage, but it wasn't hitting anything important at all. So that saved a bunch of stuff. Also, the crosspath I went for 041. I'm considering that 240 would have been better because I never bought the Ultra Vision, which gives the extra damage DDTs, which would help out against around 99, because that was a concern. I actually did not need that. I was able to, using a pretty cool trick, just insta-kill all of round 99, which you'll see later. So 240 might have been better and could have cut potentially like a whole mermonkey, giving me a lot more cash spare. That's something to maybe consider, but I went for 041. It does give knockback on the ability, but I don't think that's really that important because I was trying to use the ability as an insta-kill most of the time. So I don't know. Probably was a mistake there. That's something that could be fixed up if I try to do another attempt, but I'm not going to do that. There were some buffs and nerfs. The Robo got less pierce, which kind of sucks. That's also a very important thing. So I ended up getting a Mermonkey there, Top Path Mermonkey 401, to increase the pierce a bit and also slow some stuff down. So that kind of was annoying, but overall there was more buffs, which I guess helped me out. I can go for 2-5-0 on the Glue Storm now, which gives +3 damage instead of +2 damage. You get not as effective slow because you don't get the 042 slow, which really slows down ceramics a lot, but overall having +1 more damage is just a lot better. So that was nice. The village now gives 15% more cooldown, which I don't think is really like that big of a deal because I'm stalling all these rounds out with Moab Shove, so that's not really much of something, but the extra damage to the Glue Storm was pretty important, and I guess the Robo Nerf was something too, but I was able to get around that. Just forced me to spend a little bit more cash. And then using the downdraft, I'm going to be trying to use the downdraft a lot better. We're going to get stalls that will work out, successfully finding a way to stall out 98 and around 99 to get abilities back for 100, which will be really cool. So I guess I'll just come back then. So I did get that Mermonkey down there. I'm getting a Sabo. We're only going to need one Sabo here, and we're going to be using Glue Storm. And it took a while to find ability timings where I could use the Super Maelstrom with the Glue Storm up to where I wouldn't kill a fortified Moab on the back, which would allow me to get my abilities back up for 96. Now, one kind of strange thing that I decided to do was put a 3-2-0 Spike Balls with an Alec buff in that bottom corner, because the two lanes that aren't being taken out by the Super Maelstrom will both converge down there. So that was a pretty interesting idea. The one thing that might make it a little concerning is that Spike Balls is like really, really bad. It's not a good tower anymore. It got so many Pierce nerfs. So it might have been more effective to try to go for Arctic Wind, but I don't know, I feel like it did help a lot of times, and I feel like it probably was a pretty good addition. Anyways, we got a very cool stall out there on 97, just enough for me to get my abilities back, and 98 took a while. I need to find a way where I could literally just insta-kill all of that. That did not take a short amount of time, trust me on that one. That took a very long time to complete that round 98. That gave me all of my abilities back. So that's kind of one of the big things, was trying to just find a way to insta-kill all that stuff. I did the same thing on round 99 too. Getting that stall again was not easy, and honestly, if you can master getting these stalls, you can do a lot with Chimps games, especially if you're using a lot of abilities. Anyways, for 100, I was forced to buy 2 overdrives, which kind of sucks. You didn't quite do enough single target damage, but overall, there we go, 26k spared. Honestly, not still the best, but it's definitely much of an improvement. And to round it all off, I do have a bit of a guitar cover that I post actually on my second channel, but I'll post it here because probably not a lot of people are surprised, and maybe some people would be interested to see it.